You ain't seen the news, you ain't see my shoes, you ain't see the views. Look, I get the views, top floor of the suite, watch the views. What you gon' say to me that I can't say to you? That's some news to me, that's so new to me. I'm luxury, it been like this for a minute, I don't do for free. You gotta pay, yes there is a fee. Yeah, I'm off the leash, yeah, I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm a preacher, step in the booth and preach. Yeah, I do teach, this is for the youth. I'm inside the booth, not off no 40 proof. I'm on that G.O.D., God at the juice, God at the truth. And it's on the loose, riding around in the city like I'm on a moose. On a mongoose, rock a mongoose. Papa Willie, we don't care, Meek Millie air. Think I need a spare. Got too much air, hit too much ground. Never touch the asphalt. If you fall, then my that gon' be your fault. I'm on that G.O.D., God at the juice, God at the truth. And it's on the loose, riding around in the city like I'm on a moose. On a mongoose, rock a mongoose. Yeah, I'm moving fast, yeah, I hit the dash. Yeah, I caught the pass, boy, I'll never crash. You forever mad, you forever sad. My wifey Angelina, I think I'm Brad. Michael Jackson bad, we forever smooth. You be on the news, you ain't got no clue. And we never lose, we get them W's. We breaking every rule, we paid our dues.
You ain't seen the news, you ain't seen my shoes, you ain't seen the views. Look, I get the views, top floor of the suite, watch the views. What you gon' say to me that I can't say to you?
You ain't seen the news, you ain't see my shoes, you ain't see the views. Look, I get the views, top floor of the suite, watch the views. What you gon' say to me that I can't say to you? That's some news to me, that's so new to me. I'm luxury, it been like this for a minute, I don't do for free. You gotta pay, yes there is a fee. Yeah, I'm off the leash, yeah, I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm a preacher, step in the booth and preach. Yeah, I do teach, this is for the youth. I'm inside the booth, not off no 40 proof. I'm on that G.O.D., God at the juice, God at the truth. And it's on the loose, riding around in the city like I'm on a moose. On a mongoose, rock a mongoose. Papa Willie, we don't care, Meek Millie air. Think I need a spare, got too much air, hit too much ground. Never touch the asphalt. If you fall, then my that gon' be your fault. I'm on that G.O.D., God at the juice, God at the truth. And it's on the loose, riding around in the city like I'm on a moose. On a mongoose, rock a mongoose. Yeah, I'm moving fast, yeah, I hit the dash. Yeah, I caught the pass, boy, I'll never crash. You forever mad, you forever sad. My wifey Angelina, I think I'm Brad. Michael Jackson bad, we forever smooth. You be on the news, you ain't got no clue. And we never lose, we get them W's. We breaking every rule, we paid our dues.
You ain't seen the news, you ain't seen my shoes, you ain't seen the views. Look, I get the views, top floor of the suite, watch the views. What you gon' say to me that I can't say to you?
You ain't seen the news, you ain't see my shoes, you ain't see the views. Look, I get the views, top floor of the suite, watch the views. What you gon' say to me that I can't say to you? That's some news to me, that's so new to me. I'm luxury, it been like this for a minute, I don't do for free. You gotta pay, yes there is a fee. Yeah, I'm off the leash, yeah, I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm a preacher, step in the booth and preach. Yeah, I do teach, this is for the youth. I'm inside the booth, not off no 40 proof. I'm on that G.O.D. God at the juice, God at the truth, and it's on the loose. Ride around in the city like I'm on a moose, on a mongoose, rock a mongoose. Papa Willie, we don't care. Make Millie air, think I need a spare. Got too much air, hit too much ground, never touch the asphalt.
Yo. Hold on real quick. Let me get this taken care of. Has some sound in my ear. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Okay, had to get that sound out my ear. But yo, this is your boy Awesomeisjayell, aka the biggest music artist in the metaverse. And you are now tuning in to a new episode of CNFT Market Today, episode August 12th. Let me go ahead and pull up the cover art for those that's watching on YouTube. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to the homie, my co-host, AI Love in the building. What is good? I'm gonna run y'all through the itinerary today, man. You know, like I said, we doing some experimenting around here. You know, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Awesomeisjayell in the building. Shout out to everybody in the spaces right now, man. Shout out to the Holy Benz. Shout out to Renum 19 in the building. Shout out to Burn Monster just now pulling up. Shout out to them, he or she. Yo, shout out to everyone in the YouTube chat right now, man. They going crazy. Yo, shout out to the homie JT, Johnny Tran, aka the Snipe God in the building. He said first in the building, Rising Snipe Gang, Awesome World, LFG. Let's get it. Y'all know what time it is. Shout out to the homie A-Dub Sigma. Hey, man, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Hey, that's a major supporter right there. Shout out to the homie A-Dub Sigma. He said first here, John. LOL. Yo, shout out to A-Dub Sigma in the building, man. Also, shout out to JT. He said, what's up, A-Dubs? What's good? Yo, shout out to the homie, Renum 19. Yeah, we are streaming on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch simultaneously, man. We streaming everywhere right now. Shout out to everyone tuning in. You are now tuning in to a new episode of CNFT Market Today, episode August 12th. Now let's go ahead and jump into it, man. Let's go ahead and jump into CoinMarketCap. Y'all know how we do with this show. We jump into CoinMarketCap first. So look, let's go ahead and jump into CoinMarketCap. We are now on the website right now. And let's check out the global crypto market cap. Right now we are at 1.14 trillion, which is actually a 1.38% decrease over yesterday. So at number one, we got Bitcoin up 3.92% in the past 7 days, and they're sitting at $23,947. So shout out to Bitcoin for holding it down. And then at number two, we have Ethereum, which is up 13.10%, and they are sitting at $1,895. So major shout out to Ethereum holding their own. And then last but not least, we got the beast. The reason why we all here, Cardano, is actually up 4.73%, and we are in the green, baby, and we are sitting at 53 cents right now. So yeah, let's keep the momentum going, man. Let's keep the momentum going. Now let's go ahead and jump into OpenCNFT. Let's go ahead and jump into the top the top five, man. Y'all know how we do. So let's go ahead and jump in the top five right now. Let me refresh my page. Okay, in the past 24 hours, we have done 620K. Let me say that again. We have done 628K ADA. We are actually down 7.13%. Hey, but at least we passed that halfway mark. You know what I say, man? We do 1 million. It's a great day. You know what I mean? But you know, we got a couple K. We're a couple K away from that, but that's okay. It's still a decent day. So let's go ahead and jump into liquidity trends in the past 24 hours. We have Book Token Classics. Then we have Cornucopia's NFT 2 trees. Then we have Wild Tangs. Man, Wild Tangs are going crazy right now, man. They are going crazy. They're actually holding the number one spot. They have blew they have blew up, man. They definitely blown up, man. I'm not sure what announcement is the catalyst for this blow up, but they are going up. I'm telling you that right now. So let's jump into the biggest volume gainers in the past 24 hours. We have Wild Tangs, man. They have gained 900% in the past 24 hours. Major shout out to Wild Tangs. For all of you that are new to my channel, I recently did an interview with the founder of Wild Tangs, man. So y'all can go check that out in my awesome interviews playlist. It was a great interview. Major shout out to Wild Tangs. I love what they're doing from the developer side of things, by way of giving the resources and tools directly to the artist. You know what I mean? I'm very supportive of their actions. I love what they're doing. So major shout out to Wild Tangs. Then at number 2, we got Old Money. Then we got F-U-C-K. I'm just gonna spell yo, Old Money be wilding out, man. But shout out to Old Money. They're actually up 517%, man. They doing a thing. Yo, and shout out to the homie Mateo 5 Bolas, aka Mr. Old Money. You know what I mean? We gave him that nickname in the Awesome World Discord, man. Y'all make sure y'all join the Awesome World Discord, you know, and maybe you can get you a nickname. You know what I mean? And that nickname will get you a lifetime whitelist with the Awesome World projects, man. So let's keep it moving. At number 3 for biggest volume gainers, we have Virtua, Cardano Island. They are actually up 119%. So major shout out to Virtua Cardano Island. So look, let's jump into the top sales in the past 24 hours. The top sale in the past 24 hours is actually a medium Cardano plot by way of Virtua Cardano Island at a price of 21,580 ADA. So major shout out to them. Then we have an Ape Society sale, and then at third we have an Epic Land Plot sale by Cornucopias. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the traders chart in the past 24 hours. We have 43% buyers and we have 57% sellers, which means it's a buyer's market. So major shout out to the buyers and the sellers out there. So recently added projects, we have Fantasy Labyrinth, then we have Nakano, CNFT, Recruit, then we have Havoc Worlds Dimension. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know Havoc Worlds dropped some, so shout out to them. I love that project. They're fire. So look, let's go ahead and go over the top 5 CNFTs. We got Wild Tang sitting at a floor price of 298 ADA. Excuse me. They are actually up 900%. Like I said before, they have done 88K ADA in the past 7 days. So major shout out to Wild Tangs. They're doing their thing, man. So at number 2, we have Mallard Order sitting at a floor price of 490 ADA. They are actually up 64%. They are doing great, man. Mallard Order doing their thing, man. So major shout out to them. Then at number 3, we got Virtua Cardano Island Land at a floor price of 199 ADA. They're actually up 135% in the past 7 days, and they have done 155K ADA. So major shout out to Virtua Cardano Island. Then at number 4, we have Boss Cat Rocket Club sitting at a floor price of 930 ADA. They are actually up 43% in the past 7 days, and they have done 155K ADA. So major shout out to Boss Cat Rocket Club. I really like that project. I like the team. I think they're solid. I love what they're doing. Then finally, last but not least, at number 5, we have the Ape Society sitting at a floor price of 1,800 ADA. They are actually up 28% in the past 24 hours, and they have done 128K ADA in the past 7 days. So that is it for the CNFT top 5. So let's go ahead and go over. Let's go ahead and once again, man, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everyone pulling up to the live stream. Let's go ahead and jump into the Bernard boys, man. They actually got a mint coming up today. So they are actually minting today. And all we're actually going to do is go over the details of their minting and seeing what time they're going to mint. Let me go ahead and jump into Discord real quick. And then after we jump into this Discord and talk about the mint, then we're going to go ahead and transition over to Twitter Spaces, and we're going to chop it up, man. We're going to have a conversation real quick over on Twitter Spaces. And you guys will be able to hear that over on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, everything, man. So let's go ahead and jump into this real quick. Let's talk about the mint for the Bernard boys real quick. So the Bernard Boys mint actually starts really soon, like super soon. Hold on, let me tell y'all. Right. So let's see. So I know my time, right? Hold on. Let me tell you. Whitelist, during whitelist OG. Okay. Phase 2 whitelistment. Okay, so 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, my time, right? That'll be in about 3 hours or something like that. I'm not sure if this time is actually right, but it should be. So look, 2 p.m. Eastern time, that's when the Bernard Boys will be minting. They will be minting for, if you're a whitelist or OG, they will be minting for 75 ADA for whitelist, and for OGs only. Okay, so the OGs get a discount too, and the whitelist get a discount. I'm not gonna jump into all the details, but basically you get a discount, and the mint is 2 p.m. Eastern time. You'll have to do y'all conversions, and if you actually go into the Discord, they will actually do the conversions for you. So look, we got like I said, we got 12-1-2. We got about not even 3 hours, probably about 2 hours and like 20 minutes or something like that, man. So y'all go on over to the Discord, register your wallets, do whatever you got to do. Matter of fact, I think that's expired already. So y'all go over to the Discord and check them out and what they got going on, man. So shout out to the Bernard Boys Mafia, man. So let's go ahead and move on over to Twitter Spaces, man. So let me go ahead and make this transition real quick, so you guys can hear everything over here on my end. So let me do this real quick. Let me drop the music real quick, and then let me do this. Okay, now let me go ahead and do this.
pretty tight. But my focus stay as far as a mint, I'm going Raccoon Society, man. I really like Timmy. I like that a lot of the Ape Society members are a part of the project and excited about the project. So that's my pick of the day. Not financial advice, but that's what I'm doing
Hold on. So are they minting today?
for whitelist. Yeah, whitelist.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I need to. I'm definitely mentioning that today too as well, man. Thank you for reminding me, bro. It be so many projects, bro. Cause I had bro. I made sure specifically. I was looking at the Discord, and I'm like, okay, so we got Bernard Boys today, and then we got Raccoon Syndicate tomorrow. And bro, I was just about to lose that quick, bro. About to take an L, bro. You just saved me, bro. You just saved me from that L, man.
Hey, that's what friends are for, man.
Straight up, man. Straight up. But yes, I love Raccoon Syndicate. I'm definitely minting that project today, man. Definitely minting that project. It's definitely one of the projects I finally, finally made it to the point where I register my wallet, man, because it be so hard to keep up with all these projects, man. That's been my thing lately. My thing lately has been missing the whitelist registration. And then what usually happens, soon as I miss it, the project blows up every time. Every time. So I'm on top of it now, man. I'm on top of it. AI got me right, man. AI got me right.
Yeah, man, for sure. That's definitely got my eye for the day. I was thinking about maybe doing the Bernard Boys, but I haven't really had a chance to hear anybody from that team really speak about it in spaces or anything like that. So, it's kind of like my rule of thumb as far as myself as an investor. Like, if you want my ADA, I got to hear from you. Good.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That definitely make a lot of sense. And it's so funny because I'm actually kind of new to spaces in a sense, right? You definitely tapped me and kind of brought me more over into this space, no pun intended. But it's almost like that's interesting to hear, right? It's interesting to hear because me coming from a space of not really being in spaces, it's like, well, where were you getting your information? Me, you know what I'm saying? And I was just really like, the way I did it, I came into the game and I was like, oh, you know what? In order for me to stay on top of my stuff, I'm just gonna create a YouTube channel and I'm gonna talk about these CNFTs 24/7 and kind of like memorize all the different strengths and weaknesses of all these different projects. So I definitely got a whole different take. But I guess me coming into spaces now, I'm open to it's like opening a floodgate of information by way of listening, right? Because it's a different approach. Like I don't have to actually sit down and read through every project. Now it's like, okay, if I go into spaces, I can listen to them actually project their actual thoughts and feelings and emotions concerning their actual project. And I think that's dope. That's definitely cool, man. So I'm on the wave now. I'm on the wave, man.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is like, you know, even though I'm in support of anonymity, and that's a huge factor in decentralization, I also, look at everything as far as NFTs are concerned. If they're not one-on-ones, and even one-on-ones, I consider somewhat of a business, right? But if you're doing multiples on mints, like anywhere 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You're asking for me to invest into your idea and your belief. Let me ask you a quick question. Any company national that's asking people in the day to day, especially here in the USA, right? Like you got to show who you are and who you represent, and be able to speak to engage with people so that they can familiarize themselves with your brand, your product, your services, or you as an individual. So I don't, from now on, I'm just kind of held the look. Like if someone wants my ADA, that's the requirement for me to invest in you. I need to know who it is, who's behind the team, what minting services are you using, how long have you been in Cardano, where do you see yourself in a year? You can't really get to those questions through just like, oh, Discord, whitelist, and people can also more or less um, delay response through written, right? Like, and when someone speaks, they have to. I'm sorry, I'm trying to feed my dog. They have to uh, hold accountability, and then you can hear the tonality in people's voices, right? So I'll give you a prime example. There was a project, and this ain't to throw them under the bus, but there was a project that had a lot of hype behind it. It's called the Salty Seagulls, and they were supposed to admit it was a partnership at first. They were talking about real estate, this, that, and the third. They jumped into spaces. We started hitting them with the tough questions, and they fumbled. They couldn't really respond, right? So it's like, okay, you know, here you are. You're minting 7,777 salty seagulls. You want 100 ADA at that time. They actually upped it, but you can't tell me how this ADA is going to be used. My ADA can go to better use, and that's just my take on it.
Facts, facts. That's interesting you bring that up. That's fire. That's fire, right? Because I'm gonna say this. I seen them from, like I said, how I was doing my research, right? It was outside of spaces, right? So I was digging in. Like I was digging in. I was definitely digging in. Um, and when I was digging in to these projects, I seen exactly what you seen from inside of spaces. I seen it outside of spaces. How did I see that, right? So a lot of my emphasis really went on like deep diving and research, right? So when I went to their website and I really seen that once basically when I go to a website, essentially I'm looking for why do y'all need money? What are y'all trying to do with my ADA, right? Like what are you doing? What's the ultimate goal? What's the end game, right? And when I seen their end game talk about being a real estate empire, that was a red flag to me, right? First it was a red flag. Then number two, another red flag I seen was Airbnb. We're thinking about investing in Airbnb, right? And I was looking like, hey, why do you need my money to do that? Like like
Exactly.
you don't need my
Exactly.
exactly. And that's what I seen. So it's so funny that you can't. It's so funny you did your due diligence within spaces. I did my due diligence outside of spaces, and that's what I told people when people was asking me like, "Hey, you gonna invest in them? You gonna invest in them?" I was like, "Bro, they're talking about Airbnb and real estate. In From my perspective, that's going backwards. Like we're in Web 3.0. Like if we're in Web 3.0 and you're talking about physical real estate, I'm like, okay, I really don't see the progression in that. Like I really don't. And if we want to be in real estate, we would just go get our real estate license and do it, right? Like I don't need to invest in a NFT project in hopes of getting a piece of real estate when I can just go get my money and go buy it myself. You see what I'm saying? So that's what
Facts.
gave me red flags. I was like, nah, I'm out. I'm good. I'm good.
I mean,
Um,
in the future, it most definitely will be, and that's why I like when I look at crypto, I'll just look at things for, okay, I always say, okay, well, follow the money, right? Like with the whole collapse, if you were following the money, you would understand what actually occurred and who was behind it, right? And then you find out who's behind it, and then you look at the moves that were just recently made. So what does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? Like that is one of the largest conglomerates, if not the largest conglomerate for real estate right now, purchases in the United States. So if you look at that in conjunction to where we're at with the technology, the raising the rent prices all across the nation, property values skyrocketed, right? It's almost unattainable. So if that's the case, or that's where we're at right now, we haven't even really seen any of the economic impacts from all the spending that we're doing. You know, um, you can see how in the next 10 years you will own nothing and be happy. Through fractionalization, through blockchain technologies, through things like these NFTs that have the ability to encode data and contracts within them. So. that's just my take. I don't want to get too deep. I know this space is a fun space. So
Yeah, yeah. I feel you. I feel you. Exactly. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Yo, shout out to the homie A Dub Sigma in the building. What is
What's
good, man?
going on, man? What's going on, Jay? What's going on, A1? What's up with y'all?
AI, yeah, what's going on? Everyone always says that, like A1. Like no,
A1 AI.
AI practice. We talking practice?
You rugged on us on the YouTube, Jay. Just want to give you his up.
Oh yeah. I just got it back right. I just got it back right. Going through some
Okay.
technical some technical difficulties, man. But
Nah, I
yeah,
just want to make sure you was aware.
yeah. Definitely appreciate that. What you been up to, A Dub, man?
Man, I'm working in the shadows. To collect the conversation. We finished up season 1. We got some stuff for season 2. We broke it up into seasons because we needed to take a pause because some stuff going on in the background, some new sceneries and everything going on. So season 2 probably be starting back up here in a few weeks. So we got some crazy projects that's gonna be on season 2. But we got some other stuff going on, which you'll see. Y'all see. Just remember this name right here talking. Y'all gonna see. That's all I gotta say. Y'all gonna see. Give it a few more weeks.
Okay, bet. What you are you minting anything? What you minting, man? What do you think about Raccoon Syndicate and the Bernard Boys?
All right, Raccoon Syndicate, I'm counting down, right? So counting down, that's at the top, period. Right now. If you bad market, you gotta be real picky. Raccoon Syndicate is something you want to be picky with. I'm not doing banana boys. Y'all can have that. I don't even know what they about. I say when they first came out, nothing stood out to me to really invest no ADA in. Be honest with you. I'm looking for some big gains right now. Either big gains or no gains. Like either I'm investing in art projects that I just want on my wall, or I need the big gains, whether it's now or if I know it's going to be huge in the future. Which Raccoon Syndicate is an easy go for Raccoon.
Bet
With
I
Timmy and
agree.
them, with Timmy and Kamara going on there. I do not know how to pronounce her name. I did not want to jack her name up on here, but they doing the stuff they doing, man. It's just insane, man. I just love to see it. Love Timmy. Love our content creators doing these projects and stuff like that. I think CNFT Space got the best content creators. Just want to put that out there. Um, Including collective conversations. If y'all don't know collective conversation, make sure y'all follow me so y'all can find out all about collective conversation episodes we got coming up. But yeah, man, just a quick plug right there. But that's it, man. I might get some UFOs next month from Ada Invaders. I know that Ada Elements got that Earth drop coming up soon. Gotta support Miss Muffet. And that's it, man. I ain't really looking at too much at all right now, to be honest with you.
Okay. No, I feel it, man. I definitely feel it. I feel it. Um, I'm really, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm really getting hyped kind of about some of these games coming up, man. I'm definitely getting hyped. I'm starting to keep an eye on some of these games, man, because I really think next year, I think some of these games are definitely gonna pop off. We do got a couple of betas out there already, ready or alphas already. Some of this stuff kind of ready to play, but I think a lot of this stuff will take off after the vassal hard fork is implemented, you know what I mean? And it matures, you know what I'm saying? All the tools and resources and stuff matures. I really think these games, man, is um really what we need to keep our eye on too, man. And it's funny because Raccoon Syndicate is actually uh I think they call it hold to earn game. So and if y'all don't know, Timmy actually has I think 5 years experience in developing AAA video games. So that is a great look. That's just just doing my research and due diligence. He actually has experience with creating AAA video games. So I think that's a good look, man. It's definitely a good look. So I definitely got my eye on these games. Um, it's it's looking pretty good, man. It's looking pretty good. One thing I definitely noticed about the games on Cardano is that they're definitely pacing their sales, and I think a lot of games are kind of like they have realistic. Well, the ones that I'm interested in have realistic roadmaps, right? Like one, for instance, Makosi. I actually like Makosi or Makasi, however you pronounce it. I really like their project because they've been consistently they've been consistently knocking out their roadmap the whole time, from the breeding games to the land sales, all of that stuff. Like, so they've been at a consistent pace. So I'm really excited to see what they have to offer as well. But yeah, what you think, AI? What you think about the gaming landscape with in CNFTs?
Um, I'm kind of like you when it comes to games. It's gonna be a ways out. You know, I think that Vassal will bring in a lot of integration of the game, the dApps. So it's gonna also bring in more tools for developers. So the way I look at it is, I'm excited, but not to that degree. Games just really aren't my thing right now. You know what I'm saying? And like, but I'll tell you this: like mobile games, I'm for. And I know that Timmy has experience with the game development. I had a conversation with him about that, so I'm very excited. And he's doing all of his work in house, so in house minting, which I think is pretty dope. Let me see what other games. I think Crypto Pets is kind of like a one of the OGs in the game on Cardano. So, and of course we got all these metaverses, but I ain't a fan of metaverse, to be honest with you. Games just really aren't my thing. I don't really see like play to earn really exploding over here in the States, but maybe overseas for sure.
Where them win the earns at, man? So with all this equality as far as how much we giving to people as far as these game plans and stuff, man. Where the competitive spirit, where don't win the earn games at, where the only way you earn is if you win. You win, whether that's a team or you win or whatever. Where these win to earn, bring back the competitive spirit. That's what gaming is all about, man. These gaming competitions, you go any of these AAA games, the competitions is what? Win to earn. There ain't no everybody for you playing unless you get sponsors, whatever. I mean, that's that part. That's not the game. Uh, developers paying you. That's not that particular platform paying you. That's your sponsors paying you just to get their name out there. Where these win to earn games at, man? Let's get these win to earns out here so we can get that competitive spirit back. I don't care if you have a first, second, third, fourth, fifth place. Just win to earn. We ain't got to spread it out that much. Let's get these competitive games out here. All of this play to earn and meh.
Yo, shout out to A Dub. Yo, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm rocking with that. I'm rocking with what you saying, bro. You exactly right, though. You definitely right about that, bro. You are right, bro. Enough of the constellations. Like, we ain't trying to win no constellation prize. Like, if you got the skill, what they say, the skills pay the bills. You know what I mean? So, yo, like, you're right. I ain't even noticed that, bro. But you right, bro. What they call it, hold to earn, like everything but play to earn or play to win. You know what I mean? Or win to earn. What you were saying? Yeah, you're right about that, bro. That's definitely like that's a head scratcher right there, bro. It's a head scratcher, but I mean, man, everything just gets so political, bro. Like everything get political. Like, bro, they make winning political, they make losing political. Like they're making everything political, man. And yo, you right though. You right. I guess they don't want the losers to be mad, man. They trying to make everybody a winner, but it's like, yo, everybody don't win. Like that's just life. that's just life. So can we bring it back to reality real quick? So I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that, man.
All I gotta say is something is coming. Just keep look out in this space for the next month or so. Something is coming. That's all I can say before some people hit me in my head. I'm gonna start getting a whole bunch of messages like, "Yo, what are you doing?" Just I'm just saying, something coming.
Okay, I hear that.
You can't
Hey,
drop the
does
alpha.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what
just
I'm
know,
saying.
just know everything I say has a purpose.
I already know.
Yeah, yeah, I was about to say, Jay, already know.
I
Everything I say has a purpose. Hey, yeah, I
already
gonna learn
know.
me soon enough. I be saying, yeah, I be listening to him a lot of spaces and stuff. I don't be talking in too many spaces, but I be in and out a lot of spaces and stuff. AI be knowing what he be talking about, man. I be like listening to him. I like his content in general. Like just listen to him talk. He got a good speaking voice. He know what he talking about. He's very clear.
They,
Just wanted to put that out there, man.
well, I do appreciate that. Sometimes my words are construed or misinterpreted because I'm somewhat of a fortune cookie, I've been told. But, at the end of the day, I just look for things that actually bring value and utility, to investors. And sometimes the utility in itself is just a collection. Like there's nothing wrong with just having amazing art and that being that. Like I'm a huge advocate of art. I've been in the art scene, I got family in the art scene, so I have a true appreciation for art. In fact, it was the only class that I actually failed. I was like, how do you fail art class in college, man? I was inspiring to be an artist, but apparently my talents were relatively low.
Yeah, I love art, man. That's the reason why I fell in love with Jay when I first started seeing his content and seeing that this man create all of his own stuff. I love the art projects. Like as everybody can see, I rock the Ada element. Like I don't care if they ever moon. I don't care if the floor ever go to 500, 1K, 5,000. Like I love these clouds. I love what Sapiens are doing. I love the 3D artists that's coming to the space. I love Cardano proxies. Like I bought my wife a Cardano proxy just because I think it's dope and I think it's fitting for something that she would actually want to rock that's printing it up, put it on the screensaver or whatever. I think I think art in this space needs to be put on the platform a little bit more than it is. I think, which I get it, everybody in his space to invest in stuff like that. But when you think about where this type of investment truly started, it was collections. It was collecting. That's really how the NFT space started. It was collecting. And the idea of the collecting and investment came together as an afterthought. And a lot of people don't really realize that, like it's collecting and ownership of art, which was its original state of starting. All of the other developments and stuff came later. I do think it needs to be a balance. Not saying all projects need to be art based. I'm just saying we need to show the ones that is art based some respect, especially in this space, man. Cardano art projects are suffering, in my opinion. Some of them are doing okay, but come on now, Sapiens, they couldn't they couldn't sell out their passes. That's not on them. Cardano Lounge is out there tapping how them do. Man, Pamp is doing insane stuff over there at Cardano Lounge. Whole Cardano Lounge team doing amazing things. It's just this space isn't ready for that type of high quality art yet. And I talked to artists from Dubai and everything, and they scared to come over to Cardano because of where it's at as far as the art and stuff like that. This ain't cheap. This stuff that these people are developing. I talked to two different proxies, and I got like inside information on that artists and stuff like that. Like it ain't cheap. Um, so it's just mind boggling how projects like this that's really taking their time and really giving people utility and art is just insane how projects like this is not at the top of the charts right now. But I
It's
get it.
it's all about, and it's much more than art when it comes to selling NFTs. At the end of the day, it's a business. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that, like, And right now, currently, right, like we're transitioning into the stage to where cryptocurrency in general is going to be accepted worldwide. Like the movements are being made. It's a few years out, but the movements are being made, right? So what you're doing is you're targeting a niche market, and a lot of participants, especially inside of Cardano, are one early, well, just early into getting into crypto. So like 2021, 2022, 2019, like they're very early. Also, I believe like the ability to monetize on our blockchain is not as heavy as like other chains. Of course, Solana is VC funded, so there's a lot of liquidity flushing around over there, opportunities for people that were in Solana to make money. So, of course, their NFT marketplace is going to be higher than ours because the investors, the individual investors, were able to reciprocate a lot more funds through investing in Solana and their dApps, right? As to where Cardano is, it's decentralized. So the majority of our funding comes from individuals, not VCs participating. So individuals are going to be relatively select, and a lot of people, especially during build markets, are looking to accumulate as much ADA as possible, right? So things like fine art and great collections like that, those are more or less for like bull markets rather than build markets in my eyes, right? Because in bull markets, people are up from the accumulation phases during the build market. They got liquidity, they're looking to spend, and then their attention and focus can be on things that they actually enjoy and would like to see as a part of their collection. So, and another thing is it's all about the way that you can have amazing art, but it not be able to touch everybody to the same degree, right? So art is one side of it, but also the ideals are another side of it, right? And having a pulse to the consumer, right? A lot of artists are just creators. They create off of expression. They tend not to have impact or input or receive input from like their outside audiences about their feelings and expressing their feelings. And with NFTs is a little different because it's really community based, and it's about monetization as well, and roadmaps and utilities and stuff like that. So that's why finer art, I feel like it has unless you have a good marketing strategy behind it, or you got future utility casing that you can actually see. It's kind of tough to get those kind of things off, man. Just to be honest with you, like, and it baffles me because I look at projects like metaverses, and I'm like, well, that's like a 5-year play. A lot of these arts, I believe, will be 5-year plays later on down the road where they're really going to get the notoriety that they deserve. So, but hey, that's the conscious of the psychology of the markets.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like you definitely made a lot of points. You made a lot of points. Um, one thing I want to highlight in particular, how you were saying that that fine art thrives only in the bull market, right? That's crazy because actually, IRL in real life is actually the opposite, right? Um, in real life, when the economy and everything is down, art is still valuable, right? Art is still valuable. You know what I mean? You're not going just because the economy's down. You're not gonna see a Basquiat go to zero. You know what I mean? The same for an Andy Warhol and all these other prestigious paintings. You know what I mean? You're not gonna see the Mona Lisa go to zero. You know what I mean? Like in the middle of a crashing economy. You see what I'm saying? And my theory is actually what's going to end up happening as the economy continues to crash and dwindle down, right? Because we all know fiat ain't really worth nothing. As the actually as the economy continues to spiral downward, I feel like the actual cryptocurrency market and the art within the cryptocurrency market is going to spiral upward. And what's going to happen? We're going to have like a bait and switch almost. And it will get to the point where these fine artists and fine art will retain its value, and it will continue to go up. But we still got a ways to go until we get to that point. But for now, at the lower levels, when something starting, you know what I mean? Like, you can't really, of course we value art, but as a whole, I just feel like the community's consciousness isn't there yet to the point where they can appreciate the fine art as a collective, right? But I feel like we're progressing. We're definitely progressing towards that point. Um, the more we stabilize, and when I say stabilize, I'm just saying like you know how the game go, man. The more bear markets we have, the more stabilization we're going to have because that's what happens, right? Um, it goes down. Like it goes down into a bear market, we go up. We go down, we go up. We go down, we go up. But every time we go down, we're not gonna go down no further. You know what I'm saying? Once upon a time, we had Bitcoin drop down to, you know what I mean, drop down to a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? But now look at where the bottom is now. You know what I mean? The bottom is 23,000. You see what I'm saying? And with that stabilization that we're actually obtaining through these different cycles, that is in turn trading for stabilization. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to continue to stabilize. And as the bottom line moves up, that's when the appreciation for fine art and artists will rise to the top. You see what I'm saying? And that's my theory. And that's what I think eventually is what's going to happen within the space. But guess what? It's so crazy because it's a double-edged sword, right? It's a double-edged sword. Because if you look at it like this, right? Think about it now, right? We looking at it and we saying, okay, well, people not into fine art. The double-edged sword is this is the best time to buy fine art. You see what I'm saying? That's the double-edged sword. It's like, okay, fine art isn't on top now, so we're not gonna buy into it, right? But then you wait a couple years from now, and these fine artists, their project is worth the most within the space. You see what I'm saying? And that is the double edged sword of it, and
That
that's why I'm really speaking it. I'm really speaking it into existence and talking about it because we have to reprogram our minds to think, hey, just because the majority of the market is not seeing the value doesn't mean we should operate off the consensus of the majority. You see what I'm saying? We take ourselves and take our mental, take our consciousness out of what the majority thinks because the majority obviously don't know what the hell they talking about. You see what I'm saying? They obviously don't value, they actually don't know their value.
exactly. And there's a expression that is like a I don't know, it's like it reflects. I'm lost in my words right now. What you just stated is like, when the greedy get fearful, when the fearful get when people get fearful, that's when the rich get greedy, right? And like I feel like when you talk about the art and the metaverse plays, like that's what I really look at is like one, we don't have the injection of a lot of like known artists in the actual space building out and showing the value of NFTs to that degree and is more, and that's one thing I kept trying to express to people. I'm like, the way we look at NFTs now is going to change parabolically once the art communities start to adapt this technology, these technologies, man. You're going to have an influx, a swing on how items are valued and what makes something valuable as far as what the art is considered in its utility, right? We haven't had that yet. Like that, we're ways out from that. But when it does come, you're going to see an exact reflection of what you were just expressing there, right? Like art will not lose value. Good art will not lose value, especially historical art like blockchain art, right? You can't burn it, you can't set it on fire, it can stay on the chain forever. You can always have that no matter what, right? You can encode encrypted messages, you can do a ton of stuff, right? Like you can distribute royalties after deaths to your fans. Like there's a lot of stuff that you can actually do with art and NFTs, and I just don't think that that value has really been reached. And a lot of it is just due to the fact that this market is so unregulated. But they're starting to clamp down on that and put a little order and structure behind it. So these next few years are going to be, really really exciting for crypto in general and NFTs in general.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. It's gonna be very exciting. Yeah, man. And one thing I was actually pondering on too, as well as you're speaking about that, is like, okay, well, once these different technologies and all these different ideas are implemented, right? As far as like what you were saying, tying an actual tangible asset to a digital asset, an NFT, um, it really got me to pondering like, okay, does that does the act will the utility actually outweigh the actual quality of the fine art? Now I know we can look at it and say, oh, of course the utility will outweigh it, right? But like I said, when you look at in real life right now, a Basquiat painting, you know what I mean? It costs more than a lot of tangible things. You know what I mean? A lot of things that are quote unquote um luxury items. You know what I mean? Like the art outweighs that. And I'm really thinking like, okay, so when we get to that point where these different things are implemented, such as attaching different technologies to NFTs, like like you said, like like land, or attaching a land mass or real estate to the NFT, and I'm really looking at like, dang, will that outweigh the art? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, in real life right now, Basquiat still going for some change. You know what I mean? And so it really, that's why I like, that's why I offer my perspective from the space of, because genuinely, I come from the space of being an artist, right? I genuinely come from the space of being an artist. I'm like an artist turned businessman after I found out like how business works, right? Because initially it was like, oh man, I'm an artist. I'm out here getting my name out as an artist, right? And then as I played the role of an artist, and I started to realize that, hey, this ain't just about art, because because there's so many politics attached to art, right? Why are politics? You got to ask yourself the question: why is there so many politics attached to my art and how I do it, right? It's only because it's so valuable that it outweighs anything else, right? And I came to that conclusion. But then when you come to that conclusion, you start realizing that, oh shit, I gotta start operating as a businessman because my art is so valuable, right? And that is the conundrum of it all. It's so crazy. It's like, yo, my art is so valuable that I have to be a businessman. Because if I'm not gonna eat, you know? So that's the perspective that I offer, right? You know what I mean? It's kind of like Jay-Z, man. Major shout out to Jay-Z. Jay-Z is my favorite rapper of all time, right? But so if you look at Jay-Z, it's the same thing, right? It's like he said, "Oh, I want a record deal." He couldn't get a record deal, right? He couldn't get a record deal. So what did he do? He upped his business game, right? He became more of a businessman so he can then sell his art and actually get what it's worth. You see what I'm saying? So that is kind of like the evolution, if you will, of the space. What I'm seeing from an artist standpoint, right? A lot of artists need to get on their business game, right? Because, hey, look, I'm a music artist, but look, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Spaces, I'm putting out motivational content through my YouTube, because the brand is bigger. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's bigger than just the art, but it's bigger than the art because the art is so huge, right? Like you can't just shoulder the whole ideal of your art with just the perception of just being an artist. You know what I mean? It comes, and I'm definitely gonna use this quote: with great power comes great responsibilities, right? So you got to be responsible for your power of art, you know, in implementing your art. So, but yeah, man. Yeah. Great conversation, man. Great conversation. You guys are now tuning in to CNFT Market Today, episode August 12th. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Shout out to y'all for pulling up, man. Shout out to everyone for pulling up. Let me pull up this YouTube real quick. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat on YouTube. Shout out to A-Dub Sigma, man. He says, I love this space. We got some dope people. JT, JL, AI Love, and so many more. Shout out to CNFT supporters, period. Facts. Then we got the homie JM Wise, aka the Mint Boss from Awesome World Discord. He says, yo, you're what is good. Yo, shout out to the homie JT, aka Johnny Tran, also known as the Snipe Guy. He says, YouTube to earn. Awesome World, let's get it. Yo, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. With all that being said, man, hey, we about to go ahead and wrap it up here, man. But we will be back tomorrow, man. CNFT Market Today is a daily show. We are just now implementing the spaces portion of the show. We always live on YouTube, and said, man, hey, why not just broadcast everywhere at the same time, right?
That's the goal, man. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere at once. I always try to tell people, like, we champion decentralization, but to be honest with you, like, decentralization just leads to centralization, right? Like, what we're championing is the ability to cut out the middleman, be more transparent, right, and create more effective things for the communities that are involved. And I believe, I have I have to do this coastal cleanup. I don't have to, but I am doing a coastal cleanup down here with Captain Haiti, and you'll be able to get paid crypto for cleaning up trash, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like one way that we can be more effective and incentivize others around us. And I believe that when we get out there and we start doing the good work like that, and people will start asking, who are you, and what are you doing? And then that opens up a floodgate to, man, this is much more than what I thought or presumed it as. Is ways or means to circumvent paying taxes or the government or money laundering. Like, no, this is real life, man, and we're out here living it. And awesome, man. I want to thank you yet again for having me as your co-host here, man, and providing us a space to congregate and talk about the things that we love, man, and that's Cardano NFTs. So thank you very much, man. And oh yeah, don't forget, dude, we got that stuff on the way for him. We don't want to give too much. We're like Ab Dubs, you know what I'm saying? A Dubs. We're not gonna give away too much, but just know it's coming for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Like he said, man, we definitely got some stuff coming. Shout out to AI Love, man, for being the co-host. Shout out to everybody in the room, man. Definitely appreciate y'all pulling up. But yeah, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and sign it off. And this is your boy Awesomeisjayell, aka the biggest music artist in the metaverse. And don't forget to hit like, share.
You ain't seen the news, you ain't seen my shoes, you ain't see the views. Look, I get the views. Top floor of the suite, watch the views. What you gon' say to me that I can't say to you? That's some news to me, that's so new to me. I'm luxury, it been like this for a minute, I don't do for free. You gotta pay, yes there is a fee. Yeah, I'm off the leash, yeah, I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm a preacher, step in the booth and preach. Yeah, I do teach, this is for the youth. I'm inside the booth, not off no 40 proof. I'm on that G.O.D., God of the juice, God of the truth. and it's on the loose. Riding around in the city like I'm on a moose, on a mongoose, rock a mongoose. Papa Willie, we don't care. Meek Millie air, think I need a spare. Got too much air, hit too much ground. Never touch the asphalt. If you fall, then my that gon' be your fault. I'm on that G.O.D. God at the juice, God at the truth, and it's on the loose. Riding around in the city like I'm on a moose, on a mongoose, rock a mongoose. Yeah, I'm moving fast. Yeah, I hit the dash. Yeah, I caught the pass. Boy, I'll never crash. You forever mad, you forever sad. My wifey Angelina, I think I'm Brad. Michael Jackson bad, we forever smooth. You be on the news, you ain't got no clue. Nigga, we never lose, we get them W's. We breaking every rule, we paid our dues.
You ain't seen the news, you ain't seen my shoes, you ain't seen the views. Look how I get the views, top floor of the suite. Watch views, what you gon' say to me that I can't say?